Hello again to my videos. Thank you for joining me one more time. Uh, my name is Judith Bruson. I teach at the Howard School, ESOL. This year I'm teaching 9th and 10th graders. I also have a 12th grade class, capstone class, so it's a little bit different. But anyways, I also teach them. I am also the content demonstration teacher for ESOL secondary grades. I am so happy that you're here with me today. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to teach about one of the platforms that I absolutely love. I haven't used it this year yet, but I'm planning to use it this coming week. It's called EdPuzzle. You will see it. You will see the link. It's free for us teachers, and you can create a class or different classes with it. I do create one class per each block. I don't like to have all of my students in the same one. It's a lot easier for me to grade. It's a lot easier for me to differentiate. And anyways, when you have a large amount of students all in total in your casework, it's a lot easier to have them in different classes just the way they are supposed to be. But again, today I am going to talk to you how to use EdPuzzle if this is your first time. Now, why EdPuzzle? So let me introduce it a little bit for you, okay? It's a great platform for listening comprehension. You can also use it for speaking, although as I said before, I mainly use it for listening comprehension. So you can bring any kind of videos that either you have created, or you can also download videos from YouTube or any other platform, and then you can embed questions in the videos. They can be just listening, just like the WIDA Access exam does, where they don't see the question and they have to actually hear the question and answer it. Or it could also be questions that they can read. They're listening also to the story. I use it in so many different ways that, and I've been using it for like 5 or 6 years already, that once you get the hang of it, you're going to see how easy and versatile it is to use EdPuzzle in your classroom. And you will also see how engaged your students are going to be with this new platform. So I hope that you like it. And so without any more ado, let's go ahead and begin with today's tutorial. So this is the homepage for edpuzzle.com. If you have an account, all you need to do is click on login. If you don't have an account, then all you need to do then is you need to sign up. And as I mentioned before in the introduction, it is a free account for teachers. So because I do have an account, I'm just going to go ahead and click on login, and then I'm a teacher, and I'm going to sign in with Google because they already hopefully know me. Right there, you need to click on your email address, and here I am. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into how to create a class. Okay, so remember that I said I like to have my classes separate. I want to have my first block as first block, my second block as second block. Yes, so it's easier for me to grade, and it's easier for me to find the students when I need to find them, see if they have completed the activity. So my classes, I already have classes here, and I'm just going to here click on add a new class. Now, if you are still using Google Classroom, this is really easy. You just click on Google Classroom, and it's going to actually import your class into EdPuzzle. Very simple. However, I am not using Google Classroom this year since we're all using Canvas. So I'm just going to click on Create New Class, and then I'm going to give my class a name. Again, if you're using Google Classroom, then in order for you to link your class with your classroom, they have to have the same name. So if you have in Google Classroom, you have ELD block 1, and that's the name of the class, then make sure that you use the same name here in EdPuzzle. I don't think it's totally mandatory, but it would be definitely easier for you. But anyway, so here we go. I'm just going to name this class training, and I'm just going to put here low beginners. It's also a good idea to give your class a description, especially if you have different levels that you're teaching, and then just, create class. Very simple. It's not difficult at all. Now, content. This is the part that is a little more involved, right? Because there's something that already made available for you. However, I find that I like to create things that I actually want to use in my class, something that I created myself for different reasons and different purposes. But sometimes I am doing listening comprehension where they don't see the questions, and I want to create that. Sometimes I find videos of read aloud that they do not have any sort of questioning or activities embedded in them, and I want to do that. So it is totally up to you. My recommendation is please explore. This is a wonderful platform. So and it's not difficult once you get the hang of it. So let's go into content. Now, if you want to upload something new, then you're going to decide where do you want to bring that content from, okay? And they have different places where you can bring the content from, okay? I usually click on YouTube, sorry. And if I am looking for a story, let's say Red Riding Hood. If I am clicking for a story, it's a lot easier for me to just, I just type the story that I want if I'm going to be doing story parts or just read aloud. So I just look for it this way and click on it. So once you are in the story, I usually edit my story because, I don't always want to just use whatever they have. And if it's YouTube, they really don't have anything other than a read aloud or a little video, right? So if I want to make this into my personal story, I have to. So I'm going to click on edit, and then I get different options over here. So do I want to cut it? Sometimes, you have those advertisements towards the end, and I don't want my students to see them. So do you want to? Do you want to trim your story? Many times I do. Do you want to do a voiceover? So let's say that you have a story, but you don't want your students to hear another person reading aloud, because you are going to be embedding questions when you are, as you read it. So a voiceover give you the option to be you the one that is doing the read aloud, or do you just want to embed questions in your story? And then that's another one. So here are the different options that you have. Again, I love it because you can do multiple choice, but you can also do open-ended, or you can do notes. It's really, really great. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on multiple choice. Okay, and then it's going to do it right there, okay, right at the beginning. So let's go ahead and look at it for just a second. Okay, so the story begins, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk over the sound. Let's see if this works this way. So I'm trying to, so here we go, the story begins, and you want to just go ahead and type a new question. And you want to just ask a student, so what's the title? So you type it, if it's a multiple choice, like this one that I did. So you just give them different choices. And if I scroll down, let me just go ahead and reduce my screen here. So if I scroll down, here we go. I can always add more choices here. So the title is Red Riding Hood. My fingers usually a lot faster than my brain. Hood. And then, or we can go into call it the bad wolf, or the little girl. So if I want to add another one, the little girl, right? So then you, of course, you're going to choose which one is the correct option so that your students can go ahead and choose. I have this one, the correct one, as the correct option, but let's say I want to change it. That's not the correct option. So I can always change any choice that I want. My recommendation is if you are going to do several, one that has several choices, which you could, let the students know. Okay, otherwise they're just going to choose one, and then when you're grading it, it's going to only grade as one incorrect if there was more than one choice available. After that, you're just going to go ahead and click on save, and it goes automatically back to the story. You're just going to click continue, and then the story continues, you're listening, and after a little while, 1-2 minutes of the students listening, you just want to put another question, and you're just going to ask the students, where is the little girl going? Where is she going? And this one is an open-ended question, so you just go ahead and save it. You click continue, and it's going to continue for you. Okay, so once you are done with it, you just want to click on finish. If you're satisfied with it and that is just the way you like it, then you're just going to click on assign. Okay, so you can choose to assign now, or you can choose to assign later. It's just going to go ahead and put it in your save it to your contents, and that's it. That's all you're going to do. You got two choices here that you need to consider. One is to prevent skipping. You don't want the students to just go from question to question. If you want them to actually exercise their listening skills, you want them to actually listen to the read aloud, right? Another one is, do you want the students to be able to see the closed captioning or not? It depends on what I'm doing, whether I leave it on or turn them off. Totally up to you. So if you want to assign it, you're just going to go ahead and choose the class that you want to assign it to. And then you're going to click on the assign button, and voila, your class has the story right there, ready to go. So once the students finish watching the story, then and they actually submit it, then you're going to go to your grade book, and this is so great because once again, EdPuzzle is going to grade it for you. Unfortunately, I will not be able to show you this today. Maybe in a future video, I will show this, how to grade it, how easy it is. But here we are. Once it is in a grade book, it's just going to grade it for you. The only thing that it doesn't grade is the open-ended questions, of course. On those, it will give you the student's answer, and then you just have to click. You actually can also give them a grade. Let's say that you think that the student, they didn't actually give you the right answer, but they were close enough. So you want to give them a 9 instead of a 0. Anyways, as I mentioned before, it's very easy and a wonderful platform for you to use in the ESOL classroom. These are my, your contents will be saved right here. Okay, you can actually upload your curriculum there if you want to, and then you can, you will be creating a platform. I have been using it for quite a while, so my platform is quite large, and that is a lesson or a video for another day. Let's go ahead and see what the students, how the students are going to join your class next. So let's see what your students are going to do in order to join your class in EdPuzzle. Sorry. Okay, so they're going to click on login, just like you did, and then they're going to click on student. Okay, just remind them that for some reason they tend to forget that they are actually the students. After they do that, tell them to click sign in with Google, and that will take them straight to this page. Now, in this page, is going to ask them for the class that they need to join, the class code, And obviously you have that. So you can either dictate it, or you can write it on the board, or you can put it on your Zoom chat for all the students to see. But this is how your students are going to be able to join your class. Well, thank you. We have reached the end. I certainly hope that this is going to be useful to you. And if you have any questions, if you think it was a little bit too rushed, um, please just shoot me an email, okay? So that I can go ahead and perhaps do a follow-up video, or just maybe we can meet in Zoom and work through any questions that you have, so that it is useful to you and your students in your classroom. Again, thank you for watching my videos. If you don't mind, thank you for liking them. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. And I hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful, blessed day.